hello, my beautiful community. I'm going to start calling you guys my future wealth creators. It's Friday, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm fired up. I just got done with conducting some training, so I'm coming to you a little later, but I said I still will come every day, so here I am. And it's Friday, so I'm going to drop a little finance lesson nugget on you today. And what I want to talk about today on Finance Friday is how to have more money by using good debt. You ever heard about that? So there is a big difference between good debt and bad debt. And I think a lot of people don't really realize the big difference and how you can be smarter than the average person and start to utilize good debt to your advantage. So I don't know, did you know that you could actually use debt to help you grow your money, grow your business, grow your wealth? Yes, you can. Only if it's used in the correct way, and only if it's used and you do not allow it to use you. So that's one of those things that I say is so important. So let's look at and check out some of the details that I want to talk to you about today when we're talking about using debt to build wealth. Now, the word that I want you to remember today, if you don't remember anything else from this lesson, is remember the word leverage. Leverage. And what we have learned, I learned this since going to business school, but we do it all of the time and learn how to master leverage. Leverage means using somebody else's, OPM, other people money, OPE, using other people expertise, OPK, other people knowledge or whatever. But let's go back for a moment and talk about the difference between good debt and bad debt. Now, everybody should know, well, no, I'm not going to say everybody should know, because sometimes what's obvious to some people may not be obvious to others. But bad debt is when you buy things, right? You buy things that go down in value. So bad debt would be using credit or using credit cards for consumer goods, things that go down in value. Using it, your credit or credit card for things that you can't in turn then make money off of or will, really benefit your family monetarily. But on the other side, good debt is, things that go up in value. So start thinking about assets. What are some assets? What are some things that appreciates and goes up in value? Can you think about some things that goes up in value? What are some things that goes up in value? Write those down or put it in the chat when you're looking at this video. What are some things that appreciates and goes up in value? Now, one of the things that I think the average person have or is striving to have is a mortgage, right? Because you have a mortgage, someone gave you credit so you can have that American dream or whatever, wherever you live, whatever country you're listening from, so you can have that dream. So someone afforded you credit so you can have that mortgage, but you use that credit with the prayer and the thought that that piece of property is going to go up in value, that is going to appreciate, and that one day you're going to be able to sell that property and pull some equity out of it, and then voila, here you are, you have more money. So good debt is when you use credit card, any type of credit, line of credit, or anything that you are using it to purchase things that go up in value. Another thing, people, smart people, I will say, wealthy people, use debt again, credit, to borrow money to purchase stocks. Why? Again, using the same theory that I'm saying, because the stock, the value is going to go up, it's going to appreciate. So they know that, for example, if I borrow money from my bank, or if I borrow money from my life insurance policy at, say, 3%, but then I use that money to buy stocks and I'm getting 10, sometimes even 15%, right? At least we know on average mutual funds, stocks and stuff like that, on average going to give you between 8 and 10%. So if you borrow at 2% and you get 10%. Isn't that a win? Yes, appreciate things that go up. Another thing is owning a business. And this is the one I'm going to continue to say it until everybody get it, or everybody listening to my voice start some type of business or side business. And again, I'm not telling anybody to quit your job, go out and quit your job to start a business. But yes, you can start a side business where, again, it's an asset. So we have to start thinking about assets. How can you increase your wealth? By purchasing assets. And a business is an asset. But not only is the asset, I'm going to repeat again, the value that having a business brings to you is, number one, it helps you to not pay as much taxes because you're going to have expenses that you can purchase for that business instead of paying Uncle Sam all of the money. Now, all of my colleagues, people who own business, this is the time of year that's fun time where the average person might be fretting, oh my gosh, I have this year's about to be over, and the beginning of the year or April time I might have a tax bill. But no, not business owners. You know what they're doing? They have done the work, and they have spent the year working hard and creating revenue, and now they have profit. And guess what they're doing? They're trying to spend as much money as they can now with the overage, so they don't have all that money left at the end of the year and have to pay more taxes. So they're buying things in the business name per se, buying that vehicle, buying that property to have more expense write-off. Wink, wink, wink. Those are some of the things that you can actually do. So again, let me repeat. Good debt is your mortgage. Good debt is buying stocks. Good debt is investing in a business. And another one, great, good, exceptional thing to go in debt for is your knowledge, is to gain more knowledge. And I'm not talking about reading something and having all this knowledge and not doing anything with it. Gaining the knowledge and applying the knowledge. So I hear a lot of people will say, oh my, well, those people go to college and they get all the student loan debt, and was it worth it? Well, it could be worth it if they apply the knowledge. And also, more people need to learn how to not just go to school and have student loan debt and look for a job, a job, even when they can't find a job. Well, they can start a side business, right? So they can start a side business and start providing a service and helping people even when they don't have a job, or even if that job, that job, does not provide the level of income that they hoped that they would get after going to school. So I am going to always be one of the ones that fight against that piece that, oh, is it worth it to go to school and get all of this debt to get a degree? Yes, it is if you use it, because somebody loaned you some money, which is good debt, for you to go out into the world and use that knowledge in some way, and you don't have to just rely on a job. You can create some products and service and help people, and I'm telling you, God will pay you back. The more you help, the more you train, the more you devote your time of service like I do to help other people, the rewards are going to come back to you. So that's one of the things that I say. I want you guys to think about using good debt, money owed for things that can help build wealth, build up yourself, increase your income over time. It's an investment in your future. So go out and make sure you are using debt in the right way. It's Christmas time, and that's why I'm having this conversation. Just don't go out and run your credit card up, because you're going to have to pay those bills. Instead, look at things that, and say, can I leverage that? Can I leverage that? My accountant and tax person always reminds, well, it's not a bad thing if you're going to use credit if you get a 0% interest card, right? And you use that, get the points or the reward points or whatever. But again, at the end of the month, what is it that you're going to need to do? What are you going to need to do? I see Margaret Cross on the line. So what are you going to need to do when you use that credit card for business or for anything else? You need to pay that bill before the end of the year, or you're going to have that interest rate building up, and whatever you thought you got on sale for $10.99, right, $100, once you pay it with that interest, is now going to be probably about double the amount. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. Don't, try not to use as much debt just for consumer goods, but leverage that thing and use debt to build your wealth. And if this has intrigued you in any way and you want to learn how, say, Amy, really, how can I use debt to create wealth? Then this is where you might want to check out a sister. You might want to email me to ask me, how can I use debt to create wealth, right? How can I go into debt to create wealth? And that would be to educate yourself, to have a mortgage or anything of the likes. So that is your Friday finance lesson for today. I hope you got something out of it. And I am Dr. Amy Himes, and I'm here. I'm here to be of service. I'm here to make sure that I can teach you, help you, educate you, and help you to up-level that mindset and create that skill set, right? Continue to help you to build up your skill set. So not only that you can start a business, but also you can be better in your 9-to-5 job. So you can be the one getting selected and being called upon for that promotion. It's a new year coming up, and I want to help you, my friend, to get ready. Let's get ready to soar to the top. I'm Dr. Amy, and I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye now.